Hi, I'm Teresa Frosini.
And I'm Kyle Noonan, and this is Local Fare. We're here to give you the reviews that really matter for a restaurant, not some critic's opinion, but real-life customers talking about what they love.
On today's show, we'll chew the fat about a high-end steakhouse, relax on a rooftop, and see what happens when you mix Latin food with European pastries.
It's all coming up right here on Local Fare. Our guest reviewers are settling in with Teresa right here at Bowl & Barrel, which happens to be my favorite new restaurant in Bowling Alley. But we don't like to shoot on an empty stomach. So luckily, there's soft pretzels, burgers, and some salads on the menu. It's enough food to keep you going for a night of bowling or to sit around and review some restaurants. So let's get to it.
All right, today's group of guest reviewers all know each other pretty well. They wake up together every morning. In a manner of speaking, you might know them as the hosts of a local television morning show. Courtney Kerr chose one of her favorite places, La Duni. Lisa Pinero wanted the rest of the group to try Sundown at Granada, and Susie Humphreys recommended Chamberlain's Steak and Chop House.
All right, so let's start at Chamberlain's, a place where classic steak and seafood take center stage.
I'm Richard Chamberlain of Chamberlain's Steak and Chop House. We're at 5330 Beltline Road in Addison, Texas. We like to think of it as a chef-driven steakhouse. We start with really the best beef that money can buy, and then we add beautiful appetizers and sides that give it a little more of a culinary edge. Some of the steaks are dry aged and some are wet aged, but all of them are aged over 40 days. The wine list is headed up by Jeff Barker. He's one of my partners, along with Jim Truman, our general manager. They literally taste through thousands of wines every year to pick the very best. It's really like me throwing a dinner party in my own home. What I consider the very best job in the world. Getting to see good, friendly people and feed them beautiful food and serve them wonderful drinks. Just make them feel very welcome during their whole stay here.
All right, Susie, you chose Chamberlain.
Yes.
Tell me why that's your favorite.
Because I love it. I've loved it for years. I love Richard Chamberlain. When I go there, I consistently get the meal I expect.
What do you have a favorite that you always order?
I do. A filet, a small steak, and their chopped salad.
Okay.
I love that. For sides, I love the spinach. I love all their sides, the mushrooms.
Oh my
the
gosh,
service is great.
Sorry.
It's quiet. It's alive, but you can still hear each other. And I like the white tablecloths. I don't care that you can wear what you want to in there, but I feel like I'm actually out having a really good meal. And that's what I always get there.
Service
I love
and
it.
atmosphere.
Wine is great. The drinks are
Wine
great.
is great, Susie.
But there, are you serious? Because
Yes.
I'm serious
Yes,
here.
I'm very
Well, let's stay
serious.
on task here.
Thank you.
The wine is always great. The service is good. I have nothing derogatory to say about Chamberlain's.
Good. Now, Lisa, you loved mushrooms. I heard you
Oh my gosh.
piggyback on what she had said.
Oh my
Talk
gosh.
to me about when
I
your
loved it.
experience.
We had a bone and filet, and then we got the sea bass, which was really good. But honestly, I feel like the side dishes sort of like took center stage. They were so good. We had Asian
The green beans.
green beans. Oh my
my God,
gosh.
they were like life-changing. Those were the best green beans I've ever had.
Seriously, they were so good. And the
mac and cheese
mac
with the
and
rest.
Oh, that's out of this world.
But like mac
So
and
here's the
cheese is
thing.
like mac and cheese.
Oh,
though.
no. Mac and cheese can be difficult
Not if it's
sometimes
made
to
with
be real
Gruyere.
good.
It was good, but I will say that it wasn't, the mac and cheese wasn't the star of the show at all.
What was your favorite side, since you love the sides the most?
I think the Asian green
green
beans
beans.
were
The
my
Asian
favorite
green beans
side.
were the
Right
best.
up there with the
Now, we
with
also ordered
mushrooms.
the appetizers, which I really loved. I really loved the Kobe beef pot stickers. Those, for me, were a great... Have you had those before?
No, because I just don't ever order appetizers.
They
She
brought
said it's
us-
one of their most
They're
popular
appetizer samplers. So we had like shrimp prawns, like cocktail shrimp up top, and then there were Kobe beef sliders, and then there was seared tuna on the bottom. Once again, for me, like
really good.
ahi tuna is like ahi tuna is ahi tuna. If you've had it once, I think you've had it a million times. But I liked the pot stickers. I thought they were interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was all really good. And what I love about what they do is they make it easy to order in groups.
Okay.
And I think in a restaurant like that where everything on the side is a la carte and the appetizers, when you have a large group, to be able to order something that's like one set price and it's like a sampler which is what we did, and so we got a little taste of
And they were
their
able
favorites.
to, one thing, you touched on the service, which I thought was great, because there was a group of us, and so we said, can you split the filet, and so we could each have a couple bites. Can you split the sea bass so we could each have a couple bites? Can you put the sides, on the plate for us versus serving them all like family style? Is it primarily lunch, dinner place? Is it dinner? So you guys went for dinner. Okay.
Yeah. It's
And the wine was
I was going to
amazing.
say just a word about the wine list. The wine list was amazing. And the cool thing that they do that I haven't really seen in a lot of restaurants is they have like the list price for a bottle of wine, like what it usually goes for, maybe in other restaurants, and then they have their sale price, which is their price.
So like you feel like you're getting
so you feel like
deal
you're getting,
to some
yeah,
degree.
and they have just an amazing selection. So I was really impressed. I also
And she came and scooped the crumbs off the plate, which
I know,
or
with
off
the little
the,
thing.
with the crumb
Don't
thing.
you
Which
like
and
that
I
little
literally
thing?
was like,
She's like, oh no.
I love it.
The thing I like about Chamberlain's, and it's a steakhouse, is every other steakhouse I go to, I feel like they're feeding the giant.
Sure.
They bring out platters of
Huge
food that are
portions.
just,
I did
it's
notice
so awful. And Chamberlain's doesn't do that.
You just want a good steak. a
I
nice
just want
filet.
a good steak and a chopped salad, and I'm
How do
happy.
you get your All right, let's rate the,
Medium.
let's rate this one, all right? 1 to 5, I know it's your favorite. How do you rate this?
I rate it 5.
Okay.
For
Courtney?
me, I rate it 5.
It sounds like it. It sounds great. Courtney, how about for you?
I'd go like a 3.5, 4. For me, like the sides were the winner, and for me, like steak is steak. So as long as it's medium rare and it's not overcooked, I'm a happy girl. So, but the sides for me were really the star of the show.
Okay. Excellent. The Asian green beans.
Oh, so good. I'm going to go 4. I think the service was fantastic. The food was great. I liked the atmosphere because it's kind of a cozy steakhouse.
It is.
It
That's what I love
They
about
don't
it.
seat a ton of people, so I'm going to say 4.
Great. Ladies, thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you.
recommendation.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a rooftop beer garden with a little something for everyone. Stay with us.
We buy from as many local food artisans, and we're buying as much organic as we possibly can.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening, and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back to Local Fare, where we find out what's hot and what's not in DFW dining. No matter what you like to eat or drink, our next place has got you covered. From bar food to vegan cuisine, from whiskey to wine, Sundown at Granada is a bright spot along Lower Greenville.
I'm Michael Schroeder. I own Sundown at the Granada. It's on Lower Greenville, right beside the Granada Theater. Our concept revolves around a comfortable, homey atmosphere. We're buying from our local food artisans, buying organic. We're also growing here right on the property. Our menu is 25% vegan and vegetarian, while still bringing into play awesome grass-fed beef, free-range chickens and eggs. All of our dairy is organic, creating a place where people can come relax and have really clean food. We have brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4 o'clock. It is a very cool vibe, and not like a lot of Dallas is. It's very laid back and a great place to come with a group of friends, whether you're going to a show next door at Granada or not.
All right, Lisa, Sundown at the Granada. Let's
Yes.
talk about this.
Okay, so I want to preface this by saying I chose this restaurant. I had been there maybe like a year ago, and we just went as a bar. And there's live music later at night, so I just truly thought it was a bar until Chef Patrick came on our show. The whole concept there is very organic, very like farm to table, no GMOs. I mean, just a really, really healthy, good organic menu. And so when I finally went to eat, I was so impressed by all the choices that they give you for just healthy, good food. I mean, I sort of try to lean more towards a vegetarian way of eating lately. And so I love to go to a restaurant that gives lots of options that way.
I was under the impression it was like bar food.
Yeah.
So when I went, I was pleasantly surprised by the menu, and I had no idea how extensive and like organic and vegan friendly their menu was, but to people that are meat lovers and carnivores, like they love, you know, vegan food. They think, oh, I don't want to go in and eat a bunch of plants.
And it's not all vegan. I mean, they have
Well,
like
you know, they have
tons
great
of meat.
yeah.
dishes
I
and-
had no
Did
vegan.
someone have a plant? You
I
had meat.
I had no vegan.
What did you have when you
Okay,
were
let me see if I can describe this restaurant, because it's a cool restaurant. And when you go in it, it's cool. The atmosphere is cool.
And you think it's just kind of like a bar? You're going to hear
It-
great live
it-
music.
And you're going to have bar food.
And the waiters are friendly and everybody's neat. Their menu is eclectic. It's Texas,
That's a good way
but
to
it's
describe
more
it.
like Austin, Texas.
It is.
Where I ordered the eggs Benedict,
Okay.
which is not called eggs Benedict, and they have brisket that has obviously been smoked, and it's on, instead of the ham and the English muffin, and you get the poached egg, and you don't get russet potatoes, you get sweet potatoes, which were fabulous. My only comment about it was there's so much going on the plate.
Okay.
It's oversauced because there was a barbecue sauce in the beef, which overpowered the egg. Their hollandaise is like a chipotle hollandaise.
Got it.
So we got that on top of the
Barbecue
sauce over
sauce,
the
yeah.
barbecue.
But wasn't it fantastic?
No,
But it's a little, but
no,
you know,
it
here's
wasn't.
it's kind of that different Texas style. It sounds like with the brisket, it's
like
made
more
it
is
different.
more.
but-
It's not
but
less is
look,
more.
Good brisket doesn't need saucing. I love
Wonderful.
the atmosphere. I love everything. But my one criticism
sauce.
is it's overpowering good tasting food with too much sauce.
So you feel like they could like tone it down a little bit?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Courtney, what did you have?
I had, so for starters, we had these brisket sliders that were life-changing, and they brought them out with pickles, and I love pickles. Like, I will eat...
A dill pickle, a bread and butter
it's like a
pickle, what
special-
is
It's like
it?
a
Spicy
special
pickle.
spicy pickle.
Okay.
And I asked for an extra plate of them, and they brought me like 6 more pickles, and they just brought one out with the brisket sliders. Anyways, the brisket sliders were amazing. The flavor in them was incredible. But then for dinner, I had a side salad. I had the Southwest quinoa salad. It had chunks of avocado in it, and quinoa I just love, but it was flavored
good.
with some like just yummy spicy flavor. Like, it had jalapenos in it. It was delicious. And then the life-changing moment happened with the grilled cheese sandwich. That had bacon in it.
Oh,
But then she asked me, how do you
They
want...
don't do that at the
She
Granada.
goes, how do you want your bacon cooked? And I go, like, what do you mean? She
Done?
goes, do you want it like chewier? Do you want it crunchy? Do you want it burnt? I'm like, oh, you burned that bacon so hard. Like, and she did. And they brought out this grilled cheese sandwich, and it had burnt bacon on it. And that for me...
I think we have to rate this, but I'm almost afraid to ask about anything else because I think I'm blushing. So let's rate this for you. Susie, on a scale of 1 to 5.
3.5.
Okay.
4.5.
I'm going straight up 5.
Straight
and don't
up.
forget about the avocado kale salad.
Oh,
Yes. So
All right.
good.
Excellent. Great choice. Thank you.
I tell you this,
I guess so,
I will
right?
definitely go back. I will definitely go
Perfect.
back and try other things.
That's a good
Yeah,
recommendation.
yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. And after the break, we'll visit a Latin restaurant that really takes the cake. Don't go away.
The idea behind it. It is a family restaurant, but then it's also a place that you take a date to.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl and Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl and Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl and Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back. At our third and final restaurant, you can have Latin American food for dinner and European pastries for dessert. And you won't even have to cross the Atlantic Ocean if you visit Duni.
Hi, my name is Dunia Borghi. I'm the pastry chef of Duni, and I'm mostly at all locations, but you can find us on McKinney Avenue, Oaklawn, inside of North Park Mall, or at Fairview. Duni is actually a Latin food created from recipes that have been done in our countries for generations with European flavors and touches. And we make cakes, and we make all the breads and everything in-house, giving you a little sweet to to finish up your meal, my husband does all the food and I do the pastries just to complement his food. We have from a full bar to an amazing wine list, but it's all Latin American wines. I am a coffee lover and we have 22 different coffee drinks. Come taste a little bit of South America.
All right, La Duni's your favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Okay, every time I go to La Duni, it always tastes exactly the same.
They're consistent.
And you can go to any one of their locations, which, you know, they have North Park, they have McKinney Avenue, they have Oaklawn. They all taste exactly the same. And I enjoy that. I like being able to go in any hour of the day, order the exact same thing, and it tastes as great as I expect it to.
That's consistency.
That's sure.
And so
that's a
I
big deal.
really enjoy that. I also love that their menu ranges anywhere from like a great salad all the way up to like more of this Latin. If you want to go really heavy and have like the heavy Latin food, you can do that. Or, you know, the carne asada, or you can go all the way down to the rice, the basmati rice salad, which is what I get.
Or the quinoa salad.
The quinoa salad is so good too. And then if like, as if that's not enough, like their espresso menu is amazing, their cocktail menu is amazing, and the pastries just take the cake. I mean, they are the Nutella cake.
Oh.
I just love their plain coffee.
Their coffee and their
is
espresso,
so
yeah.
good. Okay, I had, and I can't remember, it's polo, but it was with chopped asparagus. It had asparagus and it had broccoli. And they had stir-fried it, and it had a spice to it. And then they had the chicken, and they had mashed potatoes, which seemed to have no cream in them or butter.
Don't you love that you could go in there and get like a heavy, like enchilada, like almost
Yeah, there
like
were
Mexican
enchiladas.
food, or you can get just like chicken and
The only thing I'm gonna go here
Okay.
and tell you, the chicken breast, which I don't like unless you have chicken breast with the bone in and the skin on, then you don't get them dry.
Got it.
These were very dry. The service was okay, but it wasn't great.
Now, is this a place that you'd been to before
Yes,
this
and
time?
I used to go a lot when they first opened it. I'd go in for breakfast and get the most fluffy scrambled eggs that they were just poem. That they were so good.
So it sounds like their breakfast and coffee for you is sort
The
of
breakfast and coffee
The brunch
and
is
their
amazing,
their pastries are great. But the sides, the asparagus and the broccoli was out of this world. I loved it.
Great.
And I love the mashed potatoes, but they weren't creamy, fluffy. They were more dense. So anyway, I would go back
Good.
instantly, but I would not cook that
Maybe you
chicken
get the
so
champagne
much.
sauce.
Get the
Did
rice
you do
salad.
quinoa? Is that what you said?
So I did. So like I was saying, I mean, I really appreciate a restaurant that has like more vegetarian options.
Sure.
You know, if you decide to do that. So I went with a group of people, and they got the family style like plate o meat. I don't even know what it was called, but it was like, I mean, it was carne asada and sausage, and I mean, it looked delicious, smelled delicious. Everyone loved it. And then I had the quinoa salad, which is fantastic. It's kind of, I don't know if they like maybe fry it in a skillet just a little bit because it's got kind of a crunchiness. And that was really good. The side of broccoli that I got is amazing. You're right.
Great.
They do it in
Just
this.
to perfection.
Oh, they do it in this like garlic herb thing that's fantastic. I have to say though, and we went to the North Park location. We went at like a 6:30 on a Wednesday night, and the service was not good.
You're in a mall.
And it's okay.
I know, but it's
okay.
a
But you said it's consistent.
You're in a food court.
But you said it's consistent, right? It should be consistently good all the way across the
food,
board.
yeah.
And I was referencing
and
the
the
food
service
more or less.
and the service was not.
No, will you try them again? Will you go back again?
Oh yeah,
Good,
yeah.
okay.
I mean,
See, for me,
Laduni's like a
it's
staple.
a classic. It's a staple,
Yeah.
I think, in my weeks. You know, like I go there at least once a week and just have that rice salad. And
Yeah.
for me, it's somewhere I can go in by myself and sit down and just order the salad,
Yeah,
have a
I
glass
like
of iced
that
tea,
too.
Let's
and
rate this one
pop out.
too. Let's rate this one. All right. Let me start with you, Susie. 1 to
3.
5. 3. Okay.
I mean, 5.
5 because you love it.
I'm gonna go 3. I would not have gone that high, but I'm gonna go 3 because I've been there before and have not had the service issues that I had
And
the
you'll
last
go
time.
back.
So, of course,
And I think
yes.
that's what we
And the
said.
other
yes.
thing I want to say, the tables are so crammed together that if you're telling your most intimate secrets, they will be broadcast by the person sitting next to you. I mean, you're like just crammed in like this.
I'm going to
and-
sit next to Susie
Yeah.
next time I
So
go.
just
I want to
don't
hear
go there to
that.
like confess any big secret.
No confessions at Laduni. We'll just say that. How about that? Courtney, thank you so much for the recommendation. Coming up next on Local Fare, I'll sit down with restaurateur Kyle Noonan to get his inside take on our 3 choices. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
All right, Kyle, great group of ladies. They are so much fun.
They're so much fun. Dinner party, we need to have one.
We've got to do it. Okay, Chamberlain's, Sundown, and Duni. They're all very different.
They are, but they do have a common thread of good food, good service. And I always go back to that, but that's what the restaurant industry is really built on.
Sure. Sure, I know Duni, I've been there, never tried pastries. This is sort of motivating me to want to try their pastries.
You know, their pastry program is awesome, but also their coffee program is fantastic. They actually have a menu that they send out with all their different coffees, and the nice part about it is it has a picture of what it is, so you can actually see what you're ordering, and you're not having to guess at what it is. And
nice.
You know, so it's really good, and they do a fantastic job.
And Sundown at Granada, that sounds totally unique to me.
It is. It's traditional bar food, but then they also have this elevated version of bar food. And then in addition to that, they have vegan food, which as a carnivore, I typically stay away from vegan food, but I can go in there and find something I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'll have one of those. And they really are spot on. And the cool part about it is you can walk right across the show to see a show after dinner, which is really
perfect.
awesome.
And for the carnivore, of course, we have Chamberlain's. Please.
Steak, potatoes, Bordeaux.
Asian green beans apparently change your life.
Change your life, green beans. I'm going back for green beans.
I am too.
I haven't tried them, and I'm going for green beans.
We're going. All right,
That's
let's do it. All right, that's all for this week. Thanks for being here with us. Join us again next week for an authentic look at 3 more DFW destinations, all reviewed and suggested by viewers just like you.
And remember, it's never too late to join the conversation. To be a guest on the show, visit localfaredfw.com and click on Be a Guest Reviewer. And follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the latest news. We would love to hear from you right after you get out and enjoy your local fare.